Juggalos and Juggalettes, this is Big Ian coming at you with the latest in Faygoluvers interviews. Today I'm sitting down with one of Subnoise's newest artists, Dusty of the Moonshine Bandits. Dusty, say hello to everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody out there?
We're just going to sit down. The Moonshine Bandits just had a new album drop just a few days ago, so we're going to kind of go into that, go into how they got linked up with Subnoise and some other stuff. So first of all, we want to cover y'all's new album, Whiskey and Women, just dropped a few days ago. So where could somebody who's interested go and pick up a copy?
You can get it on, of course, iTunes, Amazon, anywhere online, all the FYE store chains, and Best Buy. It's pretty much everywhere, man. Subnoise does a good job distributing. Actually, Sony Red actually does distributing for Subnoise, so it's pretty much out there. We're not hard to find.
So this is a nationwide release. Anybody can go out to an FYE or a Best Buy to get their hands on a physical copy.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's out there.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this album. What can fans expect to hear when they pick up a copy?
Well, it's a new sound, man. It's got a little bit of hip hop in it. It's got a little bit of country in it. It's got a little bit of outlaw country. It touches on a lot of stuff, man. It's got some rock in there. All the instruments are live on the album. Pretty much touches a lot of different types of music, man. You got to just listen to it with an open ear. It's getting some pretty good reviews so far.
Okay, how many tracks are on this album?
There's 14 tracks on it.
Okay, are any of those standing out as personal favorites of yours?
Yeah, I like to. We personally like For the Outlaws. It's a track we did with Big B and Colt Ford. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Colt Ford, he's actually a country rapper out of Georgia, and he's actually #2 in the nation right now for country music on the Billboard charts for selling records. So we were lucky to get him on the album. He's a good friend of ours. And then our good friend Big B over from the Subnoise family jumped on board with it. We've done some shows with Big B, and we actually just got done filming a video for that song with both Big B and Colt Ford in it. So check that out. That's one of our favorite songs. We also like the song we did with Danny Boone from the band Rehab. It's called Moonshine on Me. And that one's on actually at quite a few radio stations already. And then the track we did with the Kings, man, is pretty cool to get down with the Kings on the track. Those guys are legendary, man. You can't knock what they've done. We respect them. And it was just it's a cool track. It's a party anthem, for those that like to drink or smoke or whatever.
Okay, now you just mentioned a bunch of people, the Kings, Big B, and some of your other Ford. Was there anybody else that hopped on this album with you that you'd like to share here?
Let's see. We got Big B on there. We got To the Dirtball. We got Daddy X. Sonny Ledford is also a country musician out of North Carolina. He's doing some big things out there. And then Danny Boone from Rehab. So yeah, that's about rounds it up. Production was handled by quite a few guys, mainly a guy out of Washington named Tyrant. He does a lot of our beats. And then we had Uncle Cracker's former drummer. He does a lot of mixing for us out of Detroit. So it's pretty much a lot of different styled artists got on, helped us put this project together.
Gives it a real unique sound?
I think so. I think, people can't categorize us in a genre. They don't, the genres are mainly for the labels anyways. We don't care what you call us. If you call us country, if you call us rap, whatever it is, we're just making Moonshine Bandits music. We take it as a songwriter's perspective with each song. We're just not it's not like we're out there just rapping verses. We're actually, trying to put the song together from start to finish. So, really, whatever you want to label us is cool. We don't really care. We just call it Moonshine Bandits music. So.
Okay. So can you tell us a story real quick of how the Moonshine Bandits got linked up with Subnoise in the first place?
Yeah. Well, we've been down with Subnoise for a while. We've done shows with the Kings in the past. Back when the Funk Junkies were with them, we did a little mini tour with them. We did songs with Potluck for our last album. So we've been in touch with Kevin Zinger and the whole entire Sub family off and on throughout the years. And then we just kept grinding and kept grinding. You know, I keep updating them with what we were doing on our own, and we kind of developed our own fan base to where we kind of really blew California up pretty good. I mean, every show we do is packed over here. So we got a little bit of acknowledgement from that, and then we just kept updating them, you know, and kept working hard. We've done everything ourselves up until this point, so once we got on board with Sub Noise, it was good to have a good label behind us to have our back and help us get to that next level. So finally we just joined forces with them. They signed us for this album, and we're rocking and rolling.
Okay, awesome. Do you guys have any plans to do any touring to promote this album?
Yeah, in July we're supposed to go out with on a full nationwide tour, probably 40 dates. I can't say with who yet, but it's going to be pretty big. So yeah, we're going to be heading out pretty quick. Right now we're just doing one-offs here and there. We just got back from Texas, did like a 4x4 ATV convention over there. We shot a music video over there, and we've just been doing one-offs in California and on the West Coast. We did a mini tour with Rehab that was from Boise, Idaho, all the way down to California. So we're just getting ready to head out for the big one, probably in July.
Okay, do you have any idea when the finalized details on dates and you know, just full tour information could be posted?
You know what? I don't have the exact date on that. I don't want to misinform anybody. So, yeah, at this point, we don't have anything to report exactly when we're going to be heading out. But, I mean, I can tell you right now, when the Moonshine Bandits go out on tour, if we survive the entire tour, it'll be something, because when we go out there, man, we just like to have a good time and raise a little hell, party it up with the fans. We're not the type of artists that, you know, hang out in the green room after the show. We'll actually go out there, drink a few shots with whoever's ready or whoever could hang. So be looking for the Moonshine Bandits on tour.
Awesome. That'll be something to look forward to this summer. Now, this is a big one for me personally, because one of the things that really caught my eye about y'all's group when the very first press releases were coming out that you guys had signed with Sub Noise is that one of the things you guys used to describe yourselves was that you're similar to Johnny Cash, who's one of my all-time favorite musicians. And so that was something I really wanted to ask you was, what about you and your music do you believe makes you similar to Johnny Cash?
Well, you know what? I don't want that like to misinform people. I don't want to ever compare ourselves to Johnny Cash, because obviously we're not at that level, and we may never get to that level. Johnny Cash is a legend. I mean, when we say Johnny Cash, we mean more of like the outlaw country vibe. I mean, there's probably nobody that sounds like Johnny Cash, so I don't want people to misinterpret that. I mean, Johnny Cash was very influential with us liking country music, because it's not your typical country sound. As actually the first song I heard of Johnny Cash's was Folsom Prison Blues, and that made me dig deeper into a lot of his music. If you listen to I've Been Everywhere by Johnny Cash, he's actually rapping on that. And it was back before people even knew what rap, back before people even could think that country rap was around. He was doing it. But, yeah, Johnny Cash is just very influential with his style of writing. He writes from the heart, and we try to do that with our music. We try to portray everything 100% real. We don't talk about things that we don't do. We don't talk about killing people on our records. We talk about what we do and what we've lived and our crazy lifestyle.
You might have just lost the Juggalo demographic there. I'm sorry to say.
I got love for the Juggalos. Actually, Juggalos, actually went out on tour with Twisted not too long ago. And we were new to the Juggalos. We didn't really understand the whole concept or how the fans were, but when we saw it, man, like the Juggalos are one of the most loyal fan bases I've ever seen. The way they appreciate music and just the way they respect, like an artist. If you're out there busting your ass on stage, you'll get props. We got a lot of props. from a lot of juggalos. There's juggalos that don't like us. There's juggalos that do like us. You know what I mean? Like all I have to say is that I respect everything they're doing. And Twisted, those guys, man, I got to give it up to those guys. I've never seen a live performance like that before. Those guys took us in, man, and they actually put us on that tour. And they knew that our music wasn't really, the typical juggalo style, but they gave us a shot. And those guys, man, those guys are real down-to-earth guys. Big ups to Twisted, man. Boondocks, too. He's a cool cat. Real cool cat.
Please refresh my memory. What tour were you on with Twisted?
We went on the End of Days tour. We were on the West Coast leg of it. Prozac was on there, Boondocks, Potluck, Twisted, and us. We went from, I think it was 17 shows. Yeah, we did 17 shows with them.
Okay, but you were only on the West Coast dates. That's why I didn't remember. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to clear that one up. Okay, Dusty. Well, thank you very much for your time sitting down to do this interview with me. Is there anything else you'd like to say to all your fans listening right now?
Yeah, man. I mean, check us out. AOL Music streaming the entire album live for free. We're confident that we're going to get some people that'll actually appreciate the music. It's something different. Keep your minds open. Like I said, check us out, man. We're the Moonshine Bandits, Suburban Noise Records. Our fan base is growing by the minute. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be around for a long time.
All right, Juggalos, you heard it here. This has been Dusty of the Moonshine Bandits and Big Ian, Whiskey and Women. The album is out now, and we'll check you later.
Could I get one more shout-out?
Absolutely.
Give a big shout out to Faygoluvers.net. That's who this is, right?
Yes, sir.
I gotta give love to you guys, man, for getting us on, man. Much appreciated.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. Well, Juggalos, that's once again that has been Dusty the Moonshine Bandits and Big Ian. We're out.